Hello everybody. So in this video I'll be taking a look at the 2026 gubernatorial election, as in the Democrats' best case scenario in this election. So as I said, in the best case scenario with the Republicans, the range of how good it could be for either side would be a larger range now than it will closer towards the election. So that's something to keep in mind while I predict this. Well, to start this off, I'll fill out the safe Democratic seats. This will be California, Colorado, Maryland, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Maine would be safe. Illinois would be safe. New Mexico could be safe as well. Hawaii is definitely safe. And New York, I'm going to put this one safe blue. The only way it would be able to be safe blue is if Democrats are able to primary Kathy Hochul and actually have a decent candidate on their side, and then the Republicans don't have a very good candidate. Then New York could go over 10 for the gubernatorial election. Can also throw in Oregon and Minnesota. Those can be safe blue on a best case scenario as well. If the Democrat choice is very good and the Republican choice is a very poor choice, to where they just have no appeal to Republicans and the Republicans will have low turnout. Pennsylvania would also be safe blue. This is if Josh Shapiro maintains his popularity and Republicans pick Doug Mastriano again, or a candidate as bad as him who would not appeal to the base. Now we'll go to the safe Republicans on a best case scenario: Wyoming, Idaho, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, Vermont would all be safe Republican, as well as Florida. Florida's just a lost cause for Democrats at this point, with a million voter registration advantage for Republicans. It'd be super hard for the state to go under 10 percentage points, and I'm not expecting it to do that even on a best case scenario for Democrats. And now we'll go to the likely Democratic states. We'll start off with the state of New Jersey. I do expect if Democrats are able to nominate a really good Democrat here, to where turnout on their side will be high, and then Republicans nominate a poor candidate to where the party will not be united to vote on that candidate. That could decrease Republican turnout here, and New Jersey could elect a Democrat governor by a likely blue margin here. I don't expect it to be safe blue in New Jersey, even on a best case scenario, just because gubernatorial elections tend to be closer, and it was lean blue in 2021, so it'd be hard for it to go all the way to safe blue here. And Republicans are making enough gains here to where it would be likely blue, even on a best case scenario for the Democrats here. And Virginia, this one could also go likely blue. This is if Sears just does not run a very good campaign and Youngkin voters break away and don't turn out to vote for Sears here. Abigail Spanberger, she would do well here. She typically overperforms in her election, so if she were to apply that to the gubernatorial election here and defeat Sears, it could very well go likely blue on a best case scenario for Democrats. And now we'll go to the likely Republican state. We can start off with Texas. Greg Abbott here. I do expect him to run another term here. Even if he doesn't, it will not go any worse than likely Republican. Just the way the state has shifted after 2020 has gotten more red. But even if the Democrats were to turn out in high numbers in these urban and suburban areas, I could not see it get under about 7 percentage points for Republicans here. Iowa as well, if Kim Reynolds, her disapproval rating continues to be highly disapproved and Republicans just do not turn out to vote in this election, Democrats put up a decent candidate, it could go under 10 percentage points on a best case scenario for them. Ohio, this one's an open race. as you expect it to go under 10 percentage points if Democrats are able to put up a good candidate. Just like in 2022 for the Senate, J.D. Vance only won by about 7 percentage points because Tim Ryan was the Democrat nominee and he does pretty well in Ohio, so it'll probably be similar to that victory on a best case scenario for Democrats here, just because the way the state has shifted towards the right. And now we'll go to the lean Democrat states. We'll start off with the state of Arizona. This is if Republicans just nominate a Kerry Lake type of candidate here, and turnout is very low, and the Democrats turn out in high numbers here. Whether Katie Hobbs gets primaried or not, if her disapproval rating does not weigh her down, she'll be able to win, or whoever the Democrat nominee will be able to win this by a lean blue margin on a best case scenario. Michigan and Wisconsin, both of these would be lean Democratic. Michigan is an open race, so it would definitely not go safe blue. And it'd be hard to see it go above 5 percentage points here on a best case scenario just because the state tends to be close unless there's an incumbent or something like that. So it'll probably be about 4 percentage points blue on a best case scenario for the Democrats here. They can pick a good quality candidate here. The Republicans don't pick a very good candidate. That could happen. Same for Wisconsin. Tony Evers, he's able to continue winning. I expect him to win by about 4 percentage points as well on the best case scenario for Democrats here. And we'll go to the lean Republican states. Start off with New Hampshire. Kelly Ayotte, she does pretty well in this state, and on the governor's level, the state is overall more red than the federal level, so it'd be hard to see that one flip blue. And even though in 2024 they try to make it seem like this race will be close, it was actually fairly close to a safe red margin. So on a best case for Democrats, they could get it to a lean red margin here. So slightly competitive. Alaska could also be lean Republican on a best case for the Democrats. If they were run like Mary Patola, she could get the race to be closer. Nonetheless, it'd be hard to elect Democrat in Alaska because Patola was able to win in 2022, but after that she lost against Nick Bijik here. Into the tilt blue states, we'll start off with Nevada. I do expect if Democrats can somehow find a very good quality candidate here, and then the Democrats can turn out for that candidate, even though Joe Lombardo, he's popular in the state. If somehow that popularity fades away and Democrats prop up a very good candidate, they could narrowly flip it back blue on a best case scenario. Georgia would also flip blue on a best case scenario too. The governor level and other statewide level races in Georgia tend to be redder than the federal level. So that's why it's only a tilt blue on the best case for Democrats, just because it's hard to flip the governors from red to blue in Georgia as of now. But if they can find a good candidate other than Stacey Abrams, they could be able to flip it blue if they have a good night. And then if Republicans were to nominate someone like Margaret Taylor Greene, who just underperformed slightly compared to other Republicans here. And finally, the state of Kansas. This one is a really hard one to figure out. But if Democrats can just find some sort of candidate that is really well in the state and that would turn out these Democrat voters, and some Republicans vote for the Democrat here, and Republicans just vote for a candidate that has no appeal to Republicans here. They could probably narrowly stay blue, just depending on the candidate, because governor elections in Kansas are closer than other elections. So Democrats can find the right candidate here, and Republicans find the absolutely wrong candidate here. High turnout from the Democrats. As of now, there's still a pathway for Kansas to stay blue, but things may change as we get closer to the election. I probably won't have it blue on a best case scenario for them, but we'll just see how the race is shaping up to be there. So thank you everyone for watching. Be sure to comment down below, like and subscribe, and let me know which of these states you agree or disagree with. If you think one of these would actually be red, such as Kansas or Nevada, or if you think one of these other states might get closer or even flip blue, maybe New Hampshire or maybe even Ohio or Alaska. Just let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Bye.